What are we doing at the business end of the trailer again?
Well,
Hey Brent, what are we doing back here?
one little addition that I've done, I've showed you how I readjusted the handles for the gate valves, and this is one little thing that is, for Boondockers, I believe this is actually fairly important. It's an outside gate valve that attaches to, well, obviously the outside of all of your dump area, and it helps you if you have more than one gray tank. It helps you equalize the tanks if you're using one more than the other. Like we've got the kitchen sink, and then we've got the shower and bathroom, that's the second one. And if you use one more than the other, this little guy here, you can, well, currently it's open because I leave my gray tanks open all the time. But when I leave both of my gray tanks open and have this closed, if we're boondocking, and then whatever comes down from one tank and whatever comes down from the other tank, they will basically balance out and equalize, and that will give you a little bit more room in one or the other that you're using more.
Well, we're gonna take this thing apart then?
Yeah, I'll show you how to take it apart. This one is not glued on at all. There are a couple different variations of this particular valve. Camco and Valterra are the two main companies that make this product. This one here is a Valterra. I've got a link down below, and I think I paid around, in the dealership, I paid around $34 at Travel End in Langley. You can get them on Amazon anywhere from $20 up to probably $70 or $80. But anyways, this one here, it's very easy to take off. I always put my knee under this side and then twist, and that pops it off. Nice and easy. And then I usually put a cap on that for when we're taking off, because I leave this particular sewer hose at home. This here, all you do, if you can get a little bit closer, you just twist, and a little bit of gray water is coming out, but that's it. So that you've got, you can connect your outside hose on there. This connects to the inside drain. This does swivel a little bit, but right now there's no need for that. So I will just hook back on, tighten it up, and then this here, you can angle it to whichever side you want. If you want it on this side or straight down, I wouldn't want it straight down because of if you hit a bump or something like that. But just straight like this, put it on, tighten it up, and then hold the back side, and that way you can adjust it to whatever angle you'd like. So I'm just going to hook it back up. There you go. It's all done. So now I just open the gate valve as I leave all of my grays open, both of my grays open all the time. The only time I dump the black tank is, well, when it's full, or if we're going on a trip, it needs to be taken care of. This particular model on the reflection line for Grand Design does have a black tank flush, so I don't really need to keep the water from both of the gray tanks to rinse out the hose. It gets rinsed out fairly easily with the flush in the black tank.
So another part was it worth it?
Absolutely. We haven't done a lot of boondocking, but once we start doing more boondocking, this is going to be a huge deal. If you need that extra 5 or 10 gallons from one gray tank to another, you can equalize the balance of water between the two, and it's going to make a huge difference over time. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll test it out this summer when we go on the road.
One thing I forgot to mention earlier was in regards to this gate valve, as far as equalizing, I keep both of my gray tanks open at all times. Usually keep this open when we're at home. When we're boondocking, I would keep this closed, both gray and black closed of course, and keep both gray tanks closed as well. And if one of those gets too full, I open both gray valves and keep this closed, and that will equalize both, because it'll come down to this point and it will balance out between the two tanks. When I want to dump, I close both grays, dump the black first, and then pull this. And then afterwards I would pull the grays, of course, to rinse out the tank. Another thing that I wanted to point out was, as far as this particular style, I'm going to take this apart here, put that off to the side, and this one here, I'll close it, and this one here is a twist on. There are types that you can actually get without these that you would glue onto your existing pipe. I didn't want that because I wanted to be able to take it off and possibly clean it out if need be, or if there was any issues with it I could take it apart. So this one I got specifically so I can just clip it on to the existing pipe inside there, and the cap will fit straight on that. So that's how I travel, like that. It's a much easier way to go, especially if you're boondocking and you have two gray tanks that one doesn't get used as much as the other. That's a definite plus. So these are what I was talking about earlier. It's a little easier to talk when my hands don't have to have gloves on them and the item is not dirty. This is what I use. It twists onto the dump pipe where you usually have your black and gray valves that you dump, and then there's just a cap on there. One other thing that's great about this, you attach this to your trailer, you keep the gate closed, and you've got a cap on this side. There's no way that this is going to leak any fluids at all when you're going to a dump station. So all you have to do is take your cap off. You can leave your gate valves closed for your grays or black tanks, and it's nice and easy. If there's a little bit of leakage, it's not a problem because this is closed. It's going to hold everything in until you're ready to dump it.
That's all we wanted to talk about this week.
Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And ring that bell for notifications.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye for now.
Hey Brent, what are we doing back at the business end of the trailer?
Well, there's one little addition that I'd like to point out and give you a...
Okay, let's try that again. Okay, we're recording.
Sorry, there was a hair in my eye and I can still see it. Sorry. On the shot.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just do it from this side then.
Hang on.
Don't do too
What? Okay, Brent, what'd you forget to tell us?
Well, one thing I did forget to mention, where we bought it. Travelland in Langley, Travelland RV. And they are currently $45 right now. And that's actually a pretty good deal. The one identical to this on Amazon. It's $59, I believe. And the one good thing about this, I showed you a little bit yesterday, but it was a little dirty and I had gloves on. But this here, you can set it, it just clips on to the posts on your gate, on your twists onto the dump valve.
Yeah, carry on. Are you there?
I'm still here.
Okay.